Liverpool versus everybody. I'm here to do a quick live show tonight. I'm here with my bro JAMZ. How you doing, bro?
I'm all good, good, bro.
Yeah, we're here to talk about a lot of things. Obviously, winter break. Back in action tonight, tomorrow, whatever you want to say. It's about midnight here, so basically it's a Saturday. Back in action against Norwich tomorrow. Obviously, big news tonight. We're gonna start. Listen, forget all the Liverpool stuff first. We're gonna go straight into City tonight, yeah. Because listen, I saw that news tonight, I'm not gonna lie, that just made that my Friday night even better. I mean, first of all, I'm just gonna go straight into it. What do you think of it, bro? Because as I said, when I saw it, I was buzzing, to be quite honest with you, because
Mm,
I thought before all of this, I thought we're gonna dominate anyway. But
mm.
this just makes me think that we're gonna dominate, even more. With this 2 year ban City having the Champions League, it's not nothing to do with the Champions League them being banned from it, but just everything, the implications and everything with that comes with it. That's what I think. But obviously, I'll let you. The floor is yours. I'll let you, um, say what you think on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm over the moon, to be honest. I think not even just as a Liverpool fan, I think seeing UEFA or the FIFA body take this seriously,
Yeah,
it sends out a good message. I think Chelsea had the ban. I think did Barcelona have a ban as well a few years ago.
yeah, I think so. I think so. I can't remember properly, but
Yeah, PSG could be getting one soon. You never know. So I think it's good. I think that's good. It keeps things more fair, and I think it probably highlights just why Klopp's such a genius because we're competing with players like Robertson for 8 mil, like Gomez 3.5 mil, like Salah Mane Firmino costing 100 mil. A bit over, but
yeah,
it
yeah,
highlights just how good Klopp really is right now. And City should be punished. I think it's a dying art that people just spend so much money. Every season he spends another 50, 60 mil on a fullback. And,
uh,
he gets away with it. He doesn't sell anyone for big money. He just buys and buys and buys. And not just Pep, City they brought their success. So I think it's really good.
yeah. Because like, listen, it shouldn't have taken this long anyway, bro. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you think about it, how long have we been talking about this for years? Like, it's just blatant obvious. We don't know. We don't even have the facts and stuff, but we just know that they're doing, you know, that they're breaking rules because you can't be injecting so much money into the club.
Mm-hmm.
Forget transfers for a minute, but with wages,
Yeah.
facilities, the amount of facilities. Obviously, I was saying what they've done is obviously they've faked sponsorships and just injected more of their money and basically saying that well we get a certain amount of money from sponsorships when they don't, but they've just injected more of the money into the club like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying this like years ago that this is what they're doing, and you know what I mean. So it's
Yeah.
yeah, and I think Chelsea might have actually put a bit of pressure on UEFA because I think Chelsea actually snaked City because after Chelsea got their transfer ban they were told that City they
Yeah.
should investigate City more as well because of if they're gonna obviously gonna get caught for what they did, it
Mm-hmm.
needs to be fair because if you think about it, like this even this 2 year transfer ban. I mean, if they even reduce it, I think that's like actually embarrassing. If you even reduce it
Hope they don't.
because like even 2 years is actually not enough for City because what they've done over the years is they've won multiple titles from team and snatched titles from teams when they've been buying players where they shouldn't even be allowed to buy.
Yeah.
For example, last year, I mean that title, if City are within the rules and buying within the rules, we win the title. If
Yeah.
if City are buying within the rules, we win the title in 2014. And,
Definitely.
you know what I mean? So it's like, or same with all the other times they won the title. So it's like, you know what I mean? This punishment's nothing to them. Obviously, there was talk of them like taking away titles. For me, I wouldn't even want those titles. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
I'm not even
It's,
about like that. I'm not
yeah.
about wanting those titles, in it. Like they can keep the titles, but it just shows how like they're just cheaters, isn't it? They're basically cheaters. They literally are cheaters. You know what I mean? It's so I know it's like a childish term, but they are literally cheaters. So and the facts are the show about it.
Yeah, I agree. I think it makes sense for them for their titles to be looked into the same way Juventus's were
Yeah,
looked into all them years ago. But like you said, it wouldn't mean much to us. It's not like we would go out and have an open tour bus. The players would celebrate all night, and you would still hear so much kind of negativity, like, oh, you only won it because Pep lost it. You
I
know,
don't want.
I don't want anyone. I don't want anyone to make any excuses. Like, I'm really happy that we're winning by 10, 15, 20 points. I don't want any excuses. So I would like them to lose it, but at the end of the day, it's not like they're Man United where we're challenging for trophies in the long run, like, you know, trying to hit each other off our perch. Like, it's not that deep with City. So yeah, if they were to take the titles, it's a bonus. It's even like if they got deducted points, it wouldn't mean anything this season. If they get points deducted, it's Arsenal, Man United, and Chelsea and Tottenham that'll be over the moon, and Wolves and Sheffield. I'd rather them not lose points. The only good thing about them losing points is we probably win the league next tomorrow. Like, that's
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean anything to us. Maybe if they started with a minus next season, or if they got relegated. I've heard something like that on BBC Sport.
I heard League Two, bro. Like, see,
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
turning back to home, innit? Like,
that would be amazing, because I think if they were to go back to League Two, they'd lose everyone. They've got
no one would chill
no
there.
loyalty. No one's loyal. Foden would stick around. Maybe they've got no. Foden would even stick around. It's not like they've got like Del Piero and Buffon that stuck around. Like,
It's not even like the Championship where you see like when Juve got relegated,
yeah,
like they for obviously like match fixing. When was that? 2005.
something like that. Yeah.
And then obviously like a few men stuck around like Trezeguet,
Piero.
Buffon, and these man in it. And
Yeah.
they got promoted the next season. Like Chiellini was there, obviously, in that.
Mm,
Yeah, and they got promoted the next season. Del Piero, obviously, yeah, he stayed, and back in it within a year. But I think even them, I think Juve got the title taken away, didn't they, in 2005?
yeah, they lost a few of them. They lost more than one.
Yeah, they got the title. They got their Serie A because didn't they win the Serie A before that? Yeah, they won.
Yeah, I think they lost like 2 or 3 titles, and it was
Yeah.
given to whoever finished
They
second.
got taken away. But what happened with those titles? Were they given to second
They were
place?
they were given the second place statistically. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not even about that. Like, I don't.
Nah.
Like, you can take them away, but don't give them to me, innit? Like,
Yeah.
because what's the point of saying Liverpool 18-19 Premier League champions when
Yeah.
you know? So listen, as I said, we're gonna keep on. We're gonna keep on winning titles legitimately. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's what we've done over the years. And this is what I say, and I've said it for years now. Don't put Klopp and Guardiola in the same bracket,
Definitely.
please. If
Definitely.
you're talking about Pep, he's come here for 4 years and he spent £650 million,
Yeah.
and he sold 200. When we talk about all the time here, like did to get. So for example, who City bought, that's mad. Like to get Laporte and Edison. So we'll put Van Dijk and Alisson, Laporte and Edison. Did they have to sell Kevin De
The
Bruyne?
best player. Yeah. Defo.
We had to sell our best player
Yeah.
to buy those two. He didn't have to
Definitely.
sell Kevin De Bruyne or Aguero to get those two. Like,
Definitely.
this is what I mean. And
Definitely.
so and look again, if he leaves at the end of the season, what it just shows he's shying away from a big challenge. A big challenge comes up, I'm off to Juventus or wherever.
Yeah.
Innit?
And he's going to go to Juventus, PSG, win a league, and everyone's going to be up his arse again. Best manager in the world. He's conquered Italy. He's conquered France. I think the thing with Pep and Klopp is you're either biased or you don't understand football properly. You're not into it deeply enough to understand. I think you look back to some of the greatest managers of all time. It's about being a coach. It's about seeing someone like Robertson get relegated and say, you know what, I like that player. I'll make him the best in the world. It's about seeing Trent as a 16-year-old. I think, you know what, I'll make him the best right back in the world.
Yeah.
That's an amazing coach. What Pep does is fantastic football. It is, but when you're spending 70 mil on a substitute player like Mahrez, when you're inheriting, if you look at the team he inherited, I was saying this to my friend the other day, except for Edison and arguably Laporte, his best team still is full of the team he inherited. His best players,
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne, there's Sterling, there's
Aguero,
Aguero. These players, David Silva, they were there before he came.
Fernandinho.
They had won trophies before he came.
Yeah.
And he was brought in to do one thing, to bring them the European Cup. Yes, it's nice. You got 100 points. Yes, it's nice. But your job is a fail. You've been brought in to bring home the European Cup, and you haven't even made a semi-final. He didn't make a semi-final. You've been knocked out by Liverpool and Spurs. So
And at the time, Liverpool
we're
was
shocking.
Liverpool were
We're
top four.
fourth.
We
Yeah,
were fourth, and Spurs, where did they finish last year? Fourth,
fourth,
and,
and they were and we battered them.
they got knocked
Ended the
out by
leg in the
Monaco's,
first 45 minutes out of 180.
and they got knocked out by Monaco's kids as well.
Yeah. So
When Mbappe was like 18 years
yeah,
old.
Bernardo Silva was in it, Fabinho. So I just think,
He buys two of those players as well.
yeah, I just think I seen an interview once. I can't remember how long ago, a few months ago, and someone said to Pep in the interview room,
Yeah.
you didn't win the Champions League.
Oh,
Messi,
yeah, yeah,
Iniesta, and Xavi won you the
yeah.
Champions League. And he turned around, fair play to me, turned around and said, "That's true. Until I win the Champions League again, I had the best play. He walked into an amazing team. Can you imagine walking into Sergio Busquets, Xavi, Iniesta, David Villa, Ronaldinho, Eto'o, Messi? Like he walked into a fantastic side. And it's like when he went to Bayern, he walked into Bayern, who won the treble. They won a European Cup. He walked into them. He didn't take them up a level. They failed to win the
And
European Cup back to back.
yeah.
He's
And
so
even
overrated, bro. Like
like it is,
he
bro.
is overrated. Like his football's amazing, bro. That I give him. But bare
But
people play
when you spend
beautiful
that much
football.
money, bro, when you spend that much money, that's the least you expect.
That's
Good
the least.
football.
The least you expect is tiki taka play from the back. That's dead. Like
Yeah, man.
and the problem is though, like I said, unless you have deep understanding of football, in 20 years' time, people will sit up and say, "Oh, Klopp won FA Cup, League Cup, FA Cup, League Cup, Premier League. Klopp won 4 trophies." That's
Yeah,
such a
but
lazy argument.
it's just people that are just they're blind, innit, bro? They're literally blind. Do you know what I mean? They're blind to proper. They just look at numbers. Do you know what I mean?
That's it.
They don't watch the game like, or they
Yeah,
don't understand. Like I don't know. It's a bit of both. Like I could literally sit in a room and just school someone. I mean, and tell them why Klopp is better than Pep,
definitely,
and
definitely.
they still would be blind to
hmm
it. I mean, and it's just their sort of they're just being ignorant. Do you know what
And
I mean?
I think there's jealousy and bias
Yeah, that's something.
towards Liverpool on a whole. I think it's like I look at, like, for instance, we spoke about Salah earlier to my man on Twitter, and I was thinking, I think when Klopp leaves, when Salah leaves, in whether that's in 5 years, 3 years, it will take a few years for people to turn around and say, "Whoa, what the fuck were they on? They were sick." Like I think Klopp will be understood in 10 years' time when they sit there in a panel and they look at Invincibles of Wenger, Mourinho 0405 of Chelsea, Fergie 1999, Fergie 0809. They'll look at Klopp and think, wow,
And they need to be understanding it now, though. That's the thing.
definitely. That they need to, but they just people come with excuses. I've heard everything. I've heard long ball football. I've heard VAR. I've heard the Premier League's gone dead all of a
It is,
sudden.
bro. Like it's just
Dead.
we're just swimming in their tears.
Yeah,
That's what we're
that's
doing.
it.
Like,
Jealousy.
because the thing is, like, as I said, because you made a good point with the Barca thing. Like, even in oh wait, when was it? Nah, it was 0809, wasn't it? So in 0809, when he won the league, Champions League in 0809, and was it 10-11? Yeah, he won.
Yeah, he won one last decade. Yeah, 11.
Yeah, so because 08, 09, 10, thingy won at Inter Milan, didn't he?
Because
So
he sold Eto'o to them. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
yeah, you saw, yeah, exactly. So and he got Ibra, didn't he? So
yeah.
that's
Which
what
is a bad move in itself.
exactly. But this is what I'm saying. Like he can go and sell Samuel Eto'o, get Ibrahimovic, and then sell Ibrahimovic after 1 year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
He
this
gets away with murder, bro.
and
People still bring up Andy Carroll. People still say, "Oh, Liverpool failed with Andy Carroll." I'm like, what the fuck? City
yeah,
fail every year. Cancelo comes in, Kyle Walker comes in, John
maybe
Stones comes in, Mendy comes in. Like, pick on them. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on?
even in signing, like as I said, you shouldn't even have you should have one Champions League title because
Mm.
in 09-10 Chelsea robbed in that Champions League semi-final.
Yeah, defo,
So
definitely.
you know what I mean, and they went on to beat United. I mean, how many times? You know which game I'm talking about, innit? With the Drogba one. Drogba was like, it's a
It's a
disgrace.
disgrace. Yeah,
Yeah. So this is what I mean. Like he shouldn't have been in that final when Iniesta scored that late goal.
yeah.
So and this is what I mean. And, like even if you look through his signings, you look through them properly. Like Nolito, he went after a year. Like John Stones, what's he done for 50 million?
Apparently he was offered on loan to Arsenal.
Who?
Stones and
Oh
has been
yeah, I
transferred.
heard something about that. Yeah.
Says it all.
And like you made a good point there because if you look at his team, like Mohamed inherited what's his name thingy like for example the goalkeeper Joe Hart. He took Joe Hart and he didn't give him a chance. Shipped out the door. Then he had Caballero. He didn't give him like he played a bit out the door. Then he had Bravo
What Bravo
out
failed.
the door. Then so four keepers he's had in
So
that.
true, you know.
That was one season, literally one season, because obviously Hart was 2016, and then them two were during that season, and Edison comes in 2017. So that's
His
something
signing record shit if you think about it. Look at Rodri. Rodri was 70 something, was 67 mil, 70 mil.
he hasn't been mad as well, but
No,
people
not at
don't talk
all.
about.
Not
He's
at all.
nothing. He's a standard defensive midfielder that
Yeah. Look
passes.
at the difference compared to him and Fabinho.
Yeah.
Crazy. And the worst thing is, they're like, oh, Laporte's been injured. It is. Yo, you've spent so much peas. You should be concerned if you've spent that much money and
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're losing you're not losing the league. You're 21 or 22 points behind because of Laporte. Something's wrong. You should look at your whole team. Company was going. Why didn't you do something about that? Why didn't you think, okay, we lose them? You know, it's crazy. Pep's a fraud, man. I can't stand it, and
Yeah,
I
trust.
wish there was a few better managers maybe around because it is just Klopp or Pep at the moment. Klopp or Pep, and I think.
Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? Like, because you got joke man around the Premier League right now, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, that's it. You've got no one else applying pressure, so
yeah, that's something like you see in 2016 back in the day. It was like
mm,
when it was 2016, Klopp came in that scene, but the first full season, Klopp was coming in, obviously.
yeah,
Then Conte coming in. Then you had Mourinho coming into United. Then you had Poch, who had obviously done all right.
yeah, Pochettino.
So there was a bit of like there was a few big names, but now you just got like Arteta, bruv, like
Dead Lampard,
Lampard, like
Ollie,
all these ex-men like coming in. I watched that Mourinho,
they're
all
youngers.
these
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ex-players coming in like they know we know the club. But like, what does that mean though? We know the club. It just means like you know the training, the route to the training ground and the
Mm,
facilities, bro. Like it's like Klopp has shown that he can come in and just connect with a fan base. You
yeah,
don't see
Klopp's a
Pep doing that.
beast.
You know,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't see Pep like you don't see Pep connecting. I know there are fans in that and a culture, but you still don't see that sort of way. Klopp has like brought the fans
yeah,
together.
definitely. Klopp's special, man.
You
He
know,
is
it's
special
so many
in
times.
every single way. Just as a human being, I take away his football as a his politics on the world, him being married to a social worker. He has been a communist. He's a special person, man. I hope we keep him for as long as we can. And
That's something that contract when he signed that contract in December,
is it 222 now?
2024.
24. Okay.
So it was 22, wasn't it? And then
Yeah.
it's 22. That's something that 2 years was even more special than when we signed Van Dijk.
Definitely.
You know,
Klopp's the best signing I've ever witnessed in Liverpool.
like that was like that contract extension was
Is
just
that Mbappe? It's no matter.
it was because like knowing that he's gonna be here for at least another he's gonna be like we're just getting started in 2020. You think 2024 that's mad. You know what I mean?
Would that take him to 10 years at Liverpool?
Nine in there, something like nine. Uh,
9.
yeah, that because he came in 2015, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, 2024. So obviously 9 years, which is still a lot of years. And who knows, like, you know what I mean? No, because we were like, oh, you'll cut in 2022 and that. But
Yeah,
I was saying, like, who knows? You know what I mean?
yeah, you don't know, innit?
Yeah. Because like 4 years, bro, it's a long time.
Mm,
Things can happen. A lot of things can change. And if you're thinking if you've got a lot of titles and you've got opportunity to win more, I'd be thinking, I don't know what you think, but I'd be thinking that, you know what? I want to keep on adding more and more and more. But I don't know if Klopp's that sort of man. You know what I mean? I think he wants an early retirement. I think
yeah,
he did
that's
that as well.
exactly what I think. But my worry with Klopp is I just feel like he might, and I don't obviously we don't know him personally, but I just feel like I get an impression that he's someone that enjoys life on a whole. The winter break kind of example, and you see it, he likes to be on a beach drinking a beer, and
Yeah,
I feel like he might not be someone that wants to die in the game. Like you look at Ferguson, he gave everything to 80. Wenger, I feel like with Klopp, he might take a back step.
yeah. I do think 2024. I think that let's say right now, if I'm betting money in that, like probably about 70% sure that's his last contract.
Same, I
Like,
think so. I'll
because
be
I'm
happy with that.
thinking,
It is
I
what it is, isn't
was
it? Like,
disappointed. Yeah, I was actually a bit disappointed because I know he spent 7 years at mine, 7 years at Dortmund. Obviously, it would have been like 7 years at
yeah,
Liverpool.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was actually a bit disappointed if he actually left in 2022 because I was thinking there's a chance for you to dominate more. I think if he leaves in 2024, I think that's a lot of. I think we're going to have a lot more titles. then
Yeah,
obviously,
no, definitely.
yeah,
And I think
good. And
this thing happening at City just like makes me even more confident that they will.
because
Like,
what
they're
the
going to lose some players,
thing
boy.
with Klopp is, bro. The thing with Klopp as well, bro. He leaves the club. He said he signed that contract to leave the club in a good condition when someone else takes over, whoever that may be. Do you
Yeah,
know? It's
yeah.
like Pep. If he leaves at the end of the season,
You don't.
he's gonna leave the club in 2 years, no Europe,
Mm,
and a lot of players that are overhyped. And I look at the defense, I think Cancelo's overhyped. I mean, you had Danilo, wouldn't have got Cancelo 50 million. Mendy overhyped. Stones overhyped. Otamendi overhyped. Rodri overhyped. Silva washed up, 34 years old.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
you know,
Fernandinho, 34,
yeah,
35.
but Sane's going to be leaving in the summer. He's been waiting to go to Bayern for ages. Do you know what I mean? So,
And I think even so, like someone like Sterling,
yeah,
starting to see a different
I think third.
Sterling, who's not by the back post putting in tap-ins, is not an elite winger.
no.
I can name about 10 wingers probably in world football. Even people like Gnabry impressed me more than
Yeah,
Sterling.
because it's not all like people. This I'm saying, bro.
It's not
People,
numbers.
media, and people are blinded by numbers. They're
Yeah,
not. They're not. They look at goals, assists. They don't watch the overall
yeah.
game. You know what I mean? Like when you're taking a
He's a
man.
shit. He's shit. With the ball, he's shit. Like he doesn't beat players. He doesn't get. He doesn't score good goals. He doesn't track back. He is a back post king.
Yeah, like obviously when you got De Bruyne and them man like just smacking in balls,
Yeah,
bro, left,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
center. Obviously you're gonna be in that position. Like I'll give you an example. You see when I don't know if you remember this, but you see when City won 8-0 against Watford.
Yeah, this season. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Basically, Sterling was on the bench that game, right? I know this is turned into a little City podcast,
It's
but
fine. It's fine. Yeah.
but we'll get onto Liverpool in a bit. But City played yeah, because this is a football podcast as well as you know what I mean, it's talking about everything. But as a City played Bernardo Silva on the left wing that game, so obviously that's Sterling position. What happened in that game, bro? Bernardo Silva scored
Yeah.
3 goals, and I think they were all back post tapping. So
Hmm.
do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
Sterling, bro. Like he's a mad system player. Like if you think about it, back in the day, 13, 14,
Hmm.
Sterling was we used to think, oh, you know, he's a good. We used to think, oh, he lacks that sort of I can say 101. Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
lacks
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Even Liverpool, if you look back at it right now, he still does.
Yeah. Same.
He
Yeah.
has scored in 9 games, but when Salah scored 1 goal in 9 games,
It
everyone was
was
like,
going up. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Or when even when the Bamiyans go on a drought, but you
Yeah.
see when Harry Kane and that don't when they go on the drought, everyone just brushes under the carpet.
Yeah. Definitely English as well, and that's why I love him. Off.
English, isn't it? So
And Sterling's got one assist. That's crazy. One assist. That's the same as fucking Allison.
who
Sterling's got one league assist.
he doesn't create, bro. He hasn't got that. He ain't got technique like that to create, bro. Like when you see when I oh bro, like when I see that guy play and I'm never scared of him on a 1-on-1. Like I'm like literally like what are you gonna do? But when you see Mars on a 1-on-1 or you see Son in them, man, obviously it's a different thing because Mars on a 1-on-1 is a
Oh yeah,
top player.
mine's just yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, but listen, fun city anyway. Move on. Anything else you want to say on that or? No?
Nah, nah. Oh, do you? Okay, last thing. It is related to Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see Liverpool going for anyone from City?
I don't know who we potentially go for from City that would
It's
like.
not necessarily about starting.
Yeah, obviously,
You
but
know, could you have someone who's better than Shaqiri on the
yeah,
off the
yeah, I
bench?
know you know maybe, but personally, I can't really see us shopping from there still.
Similar still. I'd love Kevin De Bruyne in.
Yeah, obviously, he's a
I'm
little
not.
fan, isn't it? He should have been coming in the
Yeah,
first
I've
place.
seen that video when he was a kid.
Yeah, saying he's a little fan and that. So
I'm not sure. I think Kevin De Bruyne would be the hardest one for City to release. I think he'll be the one player they'll try to keep, but
but
he's also
obviously, if
stuff.
Kevin De Bruyne has got something about him, like,
Oh, Kevin De Bruyne is sick. I think he's very sick.
yeah, but I think if he's got some real ambition, I mean, is he about 29 now, something like that?
I think he's turning 28 in June. I think something like that.
No, no, I'm pretty sure he's turning 29.
Oh, is he? Is he 28 now? Fair enough.
Let me check. Let me check it. Once I'm on the laptop. Anyway, Kevin De Bruyne. I'm pretty sure he's turning 29. I'm not, so he's 20. Is he's turning 29 in June? 29 in June. So
Okay,
obviously,
so yeah, he needs to make a move.
by the time they come back in the Champions League, He'll be 31.
Oh yeah, it's dead. No, it's dead, bro. He'll go. I think he'll
Like,
go.
I mean, but even Sterling, like you see Sterling, I always get the impression that Sterling's a man that he's already said it. Like, I know he's dead, isn't it? But do you know what I mean? With his agent, and he said that he wants to move abroad.
And his age.
You know what I mean? I think he's someone that could be looking to leave as well.
Definitely, fam. If you are, I know we'll move away from City. If you are the majority of that team,
Sane was leaving
they've
anyway.
say that again.
Sane was leaving anyway before the
Yeah,
transfer ban.
they've won everything. If you're Raheem Sterling, you're 24, and you're thinking, I don't care about the FA Cup, the League Cup. They're dead. They don't. Once you've won 2 or 3 FA Cups, I reckon 4 FA Cups or 6 FA Cups, it doesn't make much of a difference. If you was to sit down with Giggs or Scholes, which FA Cup was the best, the first, it doesn't matter. That was it. So he has no loyalties. He's not a man. He didn't grow up in Manchester. He didn't grow up supporting Manchester City. He's got no loyalties. If someone at Madrid comes for him or Barca, or I can't see anyone in the Premier League really coming for Sterling, he will go. He wants more title, of course, La Ligas, and he is a bit flashy. He does like his money, from what we know, from what we see, So I think Sterling his head will be turned, like you said, Sane already. Aguero, bro, Aguero, his twilight year is nearly over. He's not won a Champions League.
Oh, do you see that thing where he's like, oh, I'm not
I'm
gonna
not
leave
even
until
talking Champions League. That's massive. He's conquered everything but the champ. I don't even know if he won La Liga actually. But I don't think he did. But
nah, he did it,
he
Madrid.
didn't, did he? A Champions League. That's the pinnacle. I think if you're Real Madrid now and your Jovic's not getting you goals, Eden Hazard's not getting you goals, could you turn his head? How loyal is he to Atletico? He's not Spanish. He's Argentinian. Could you drop in a bid of 80 mil, 70 mil, quick fix? Aguero will come in, bang, win you a La Liga, possibly win you a Champions League. Like their heads will turn. I think they'll lose. I think things will get really bad. I think because it's not. And I say what's his name was saying on Twitter about they've got money, they've got money. If players are unhappy, that could become a bad changing room. You don't want that. Can you imagine having like 3, 4 Coutinhos,
Yeah.
all of them not happy? Nah, I don't want to be here. That could, and then that has an effect. And oh my god, things could get bad. So
Yeah, because Skills was telling me, yeah, he was telling me, they got money. It's as I said, it's not all about money.
nah, it's not.
I mean, it's not like these lot are like obviously money plays a part in football, we know that, but
Mm-mm.
it's not something that's like mad to these players because they can go somewhere and still get that same sort of P.
Yeah, defo.
Yeah,
You like if you think about it, fam, you would take a 30K a week less. If
yeah.
you're Sterling, you'll take 30K less to play in the Champions League. Of course, it's only 30K. Look how much you earn. Sterling is already a multi millionaire. If Madrid offer him a package where he's playing Champions League, he's gonna go for the leagues, but he's on 30K less.
Yeah.
He'd be a madman not to take it. It's
And
all stick around the city. It's boring.
but the thing is as well, like City aren't like they pay a lot of wages. But I don't. They ain't got like man on like 400 or I think Sterling. I think De Bruyne. I think the players on like 350 and that.
Yeah.
But that's like normal to other clubs as well. Like you see,
Yeah. Madrid, PSG. PSG pay 650 to Neymar.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Double.
like, it's not like something was like, oh, they can't go get money elsewhere. Like City's only team. There's a lot of teams that are still like PSG. I know they're a team that's doing this sort of thing anyway.
Yeah, they'll get caught soon, I reckon,
Yeah, come on, like how much money they spend as well? Like,
They don't sell anyone either.
yeah, innit? Who did they sell? Because they bought Neymar and Mbappe and that for.
It's
for
true. Who have they sold? Big? Can you think of anyone big they've sold?
not even no one. They because you see like Verratti, Marquinhos, Thiago Silva, Mbappe, they're still there.
So they've it
So
shows that this is
where are
coming
they?
ages.
Where are they getting their money from? Like,
Crazy.
but as I said, it's good for them to put their foot down
Mm.
on City and just sort of say like this. And if UEFA really are serious about this, they can't put their ban down to 1 year.
Yeah.
They really
Nah.
can't
Oh,
because
I'd be devastated if they did. That would be really bad.
1 year, that's not even deep for City if you think about it. Because
That's not that changes everything.
you know what I mean? If you're talking about 2 years, 2 years is a long period.
Yeah.
Pick 1 year, we're back in it the next year. Do you know what I mean? It's not even deep for the first year. But 2 years changes a lot. But as I say, if it's, I'll be pissed off if they change it because
So,
what's the point of changing it and then sort of backtracking on it?
yeah, and it makes them look weak as well.
Exactly,
It
and it's
sent the wrong message to PSG.
City won't learn from the lesson if it's a 1 year thing. You know,
Mm.
we'll still be doing the same things. I'm pretty sure that if it's a 2 year thing, they'll be thinking,
Massive
oh shit,
effects.
you know what I mean? These lot of theories about if we get caught again, we'll be in
Yeah,
trouble. So
yeah, definitely.
anyway, as I said, Bunsey,
Yep.
is that it? Yeah, you want to add
Yeah,
anything?
yeah. I'm happy to talk about Norwich. Then Atletico. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Now first of all, let's talk about thingy before that Shrewsbury because I wanted,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
you know what? Because I was actually like proper happy about that. You know,
Hmm.
here we sort of the kids, the way they dealt with that, I thought was brilliant because we spoke a bit about Southampton and but not about Shrewsbury because I thought that we were like really really good. The possession, the way we like move the ball about. I mean, it was tough obviously to break them down because they were parking the bus even with 18-year-olds and 16-year-olds.
Yeah,
So obviously they don't have that experience to break teams down like that because when they're playing in their under 18s, it's all the end to end game. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So they haven't got that experience. But I thought as they stuck in there and to get a clean sheet, 1-0, I thought they were brilliant. I mean, what do you think of the match?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I have to say I underestimated the kids. I was quite as you know and as people know, I take cup seriously. So when when Klopp said, I'm not playing I'm not playing my team, I'm not going to be there. I wasn't that happy. I didn't want us to go full strong, of course not, but I wanted to probably go with the same team that went to the first game.
Mm,
Like to see Minamino. I wanted to see Matty. I hate Lovren, maybe not Lovren, but Matty get a few more minutes. Adrian, stuff like that. But that is because I underrated our kids. Not because I want the kids to prosper. I was worried that we wouldn't get the job done,
yeah,
and I just feel like at the moment, the reason we are, not the reason, but because we're 22 points or 20 points clear now, let's make the most of it. There's no point being this many points clear and getting knocked out the FA Cup. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. If we're this points clear, let's make this the Premier League season of all time for everyone. Let's make this a season where we break everyone's records. Let's break Arsenal's best season. Let's break City's best season. Let's break Man United's best season. We're in a position, if we were 5 points clear, 6 points clear, 7 points clear, I wouldn't bother. But we're in a position where I thought, okay, let's do it now. So when I kind of said what he said, I thought, oh my God, like, why are we losing to Shrewsbury? Like, and I did worry because Fabinho, when that couldn't get it done, so I thought, oh man, like, they're going to be at Anfield. It's going to be the biggest game of their lives. The whole family's going to be there. I saw what happened with Villa. Like, oh man, but I shut the fuck up. We were so good, like you said. We handled the sitting back, sitting back and parking the bus. We were That scoreline flattered them. I know it was an own goal, but it could have been 3 or 4. Um, Certain players really looked better. Like Elliot looks head and shoulders above everyone. Obviously, obviously Jones as well. So yeah, I have nothing else to say now. Like, fair play, fantastic by the kids. Like, the kids are in dream world to be playing this many games. Like Curtis Jones breaking records that have stood for 100 years. The youngest captain to ever play, for the first team. Crazy. So yeah, I thought it was a fantastic result. But I still stick with what I said before. I want to take Chelsea a bit more seriously. I want to win everything. That's
yeah,
it, plain and simple. I want to win everything now. It's not too much to ask for. With so many points clear, let's go for it.
yeah. We'll go into like fixtures and that uh,
Mm.
and after this about Norwich. Obviously Norwich bottom of the league, we're top of the league. As I said, like I go into games now, bro. Like I've got my feet up, I'm relaxing.
Yeah, it's boring. If anything, it's chilled.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like back in the day, I used to be like, oh, what Liverpool gonna expect today? Like what madness is Lovren gonna do? What madness is Mignolet and Mourinho and them man gonna do? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Now it's just like we go up there and we know we're gonna win.
Hmm.
We just know we're gonna win. Get the snacks out, get the drinks out. You know what I mean? It's just a chilled match because
Mm,
it's just as I said, Liverpool at the minute is making things look easy.
definitely.
So what sort of like team? Obviously, I think it's the first time we've got a fully fit team.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
no one's. So now this is brilliant now because obviously it means we can go strong in all three competitions.
Definitely.
So what sort of team would you like? What's
I
your
think,
preferred team?
I think,
We'll do.
uh,
What's your preferred team, and then we'll do what Klopp. What you think?
okay, good question. So my preferred team is obviously strong. Me personally, like what we said today about Salah getting Golden Boot, we like because we're in a position we are now where there's no pressure in us with so many points clear. I'd like us to get individual achievements now. Let Salah get a Golden Boot again. Like, that'd be nice. So I'd like could still run riot a 4-5-0 win. So I want to go full strength. Possibly wouldn't start Mane. Would leave Mane on the bench. The big one, the biggest game of the season now is obviously Tuesday night, Atletico Madrid. So I wouldn't maybe leave Mane in the bench. Maybe if Klopp chooses to play him, then obviously Klopp knows best. Klopp's seen training. I haven't seen training.
What do you think? What do you think that playing Mane at 60 just to get a bit more fitness ahead of
I
Madrid?
bring him off the bench. Yeah, I definitely bring him off the bench.
Would you start him for like 60 minutes though?
I'd rather him come off the bench just because Norwich will be tired.
Right.
My worry would be Norwich will come full clank for the first 15 minutes, try come really hard at us. I'd rather just see Mane come on with 65 minutes. If we're 3-0 up and Salah's got a hat trick or 2 goals, that's when we can think, okay, Salah, you come off, Mane, you come on. Okay, maybe Origi, you can go on Salah's side, or Mane can go in the middle, play as a striker, Firmino come off. But yeah, I'd probably go. We've had 2 weeks off in it, so I'll probably go the full clank. Trent, Robertson. It makes everyone. It's the same, and Gomez, Van Dijk, Alisson, midfield. Fabinho, he's got to get fit. Yeah, Fabinho needs as many minutes as he can actually, because the big game's on Tuesday. So Fabinho, you can't take Hendo out of the team at all. So Hendo, and this third position is really interesting. Obviously, Wiggy is the trusted one. Obviously, Ox offers something very different, especially when eventually it comes to Europe. He's the one person that likes to drive forward. He's the one person that will take a pop out of nowhere. So I would like to see a bit more of Ox. He's on 7 goals. It'd be wonderful. I can't remember Coutinho, the last time I had a midfielder that got 10, 11 goals. Yeah. So that one I'm not sure about. Wiggy is that we don't need to go like full strength. This is Norwich. Like we could go with Ox. Naby, we could go with Naby. Like I'm not sure about Milner. I don't know how fit he is. And then up top, Salah and Firmino, obviously, and then I don't know, man. Minamino. I've not been that impressed, but obviously it's been hard. It's been hard for me. He's played 2 cup games, and then he's come off the bench for Mane when Mane got injured. And
what about Ox on the left, like against Southampton?
Yeah, like yeah, you could go Ox there, and then maybe you could put Naby in. It'd be good seeing Naby get minutes. I do think people at Naby and Ox will have a big say towards the end of the season in the Champions League. I do think so. I think when teams have the Atletico Madrid back against the wall, I will get into Atletico in a bit, but yeah, maybe Ox up top and then Naby in midfield, Wiggy in midfield, whatever. We could sort something out. What about you?
Well, I'm thinking like it's obviously same with you. No changes back 4. Keep everything the same. There's no needs. Obviously, winter break now. Like in midfield, I know a lot of people saying Fabinho, Henderson, and Wijnaldum. I really go with, and we don't need to worry about he's played amount of minutes because obviously we've had a break. Yeah. I really go with Fabinho. It all depends on what he's going to do against Atletico because personally, bro, as well as Ox has been doing and Naby's how good he is, he's come back. I just seen going with the tried and trusted Fabinho, Henderson, and Wijnaldum against.
Yeah. For Atletico or
no, Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, definitely. I think the same, especially away from home.
Yeah, especially away from home. So, but against Norwich, I could see him maybe doing like a Fabinho, Hendo, Keita.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that. I think that.
And I think it's a good game for him. He needs some minutes, and you know what I mean. So him to come back and help us in this sort of period, I think it's a perfect game for him to come into. Kick him off the bench against West Ham and Southampton. So, he needs some minutes. I think I start in this game and then bring Wijnaldum on for the Atletico Madrid game, but I played Chamberlain on the left because I just don't think Origi is a great starter.
I don't, I actually don't.
I think we know that Origi is a great impact player. I think that's why we're looking.
I think he'll go this summer as well. To be honest,
he'll go.
Yeah, I think he'll go. I think you said he's used to do the most protected player. I think he's definitely up there. I just think he is an icon, but we have to be real. He is, except for being in the box, he's a fox in the box. He's like a Ruud van Nistelrooy almost, or he doesn't miss sitters, he doesn't miss one-on-ones. But except for that, I don't think he offers that much. I think he ghosts in and out of games, and it doesn't look like a constant threat. He doesn't always come into midfield and create something out of nothing. And I think with Origi, he's deserved to go and become Danny Ings. He's deserved. He's entering the peak. I think he's about 25, is he now? 25, 26? 24. So he's going to be turning 25. So he's going to be leaving with a Champions League and a Premier League, and he's going to have he's a big name. He's a well-known name. I think him and Liverpool will probably say, you know what, let's part ways. You're a legend, you're an icon, but I don't know if Villa stay up or I don't know, maybe even a higher level in the Premier League, like a Wolves. I know Wolves are really into him. I think
Wolves want him. I think if he goes to Wolves, I think that'd be good.
he could bang, yeah, and maybe he could prove us wrong because it must be hard coming into Liverpool. Like this isn't a joke. This level is very high. Danny Ings isn't getting the goals he's getting at Liverpool. Like he's chopping and changing. He's coming into Liverpool and he's not playing for 2 weeks and he's back in starting, and so yeah, I think he's a club hero and he's Suarez and Torres and all of them. But I think ability-wise, for us to sustain this level, we need to be looking at a Werner. We need to be looking at the drop-off, I think, in quality from Salah to Shaqiri, from Mane to Origi, from Firmino to whoever. I think it's too big. I think we need a smaller drop-off in quality. And we need to be thinking about who's going to be world-class in 5 years' time now. Because Salah, Mane, Firmino are world-class now. That's what I think anyway.
Yeah, because the thing is as well, like, if you, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about Origi. Yeah, I was saying Origi because I remember when we won the Champions League. I think Real Betis wanted him, and you sort of think, even I would actually take a bet. I know, obviously, I'm a Liverpool fan, and people think, but even I'll probably take a bench option at Liverpool, then go to Real Betis. You know what I mean? So
same.
If a Wolves comes in and they're offering you proper game time,
build a team around you, give you penalties and shit.
Wolves are a good team. Do you know what I mean? Playing with this and that. So yeah. You know what? I just think that if we're looking to, because I was gonna do this as well because I wanted, like, obviously the winter break. I wanted to see what you're thinking, like, for the summer, because obviously there's been actually a lot of talk with transfers all that last couple of weeks. Like before we even get in the Atletico Madrid and stuff, because obviously we don't need to talk too much in Norwich. Like it's previews nowadays.
Yeah, it's done. We think we're gonna batter them.
We're gonna batter them like 4-5, and then
yeah. Golden boot seller. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. We're gonna batter Norwich and stuff tomorrow. But if you're talking about like the summer, I'm looking at. Oh, listen, leave Origi for now. We're gonna start from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
And let's go from. I'm hearing Adrian might want to go back to Betis. I'll be disappointed if that's the case.
Yeah, I'm devastated. Yeah.
Because you know what I mean. But I'm hearing they're talking about Adrian being the rival to Joe Robles, the guy that was at Everton.
Yeah, that's dead. It makes no sense.
If he better not go, then I'd be taking off at Liverpool.
I think if you're Adrian, the career that he's had, the age he is, just pick up medals now. Just pick up medals. Just chill. You're still playing in the cups. We're competing for everything. FA Cup, League Cup, Premier League, Champions League. Just compete. Just chill. Enjoy it. Win some trophies. Apparently, he'd never won a trophy till the Super Cup.
Yeah.
Like you've gone 30 years without winning a trophy. Why leave? Be a part of this club. And Liverpool is such a big club. You could stay associated with them. You look at people that give speeches, I know, like Warnock. They were sidemen and they get, like, just stick around. Like, your wife's happy. I don't see the point where you go, but I'd get it if he was 24, 25, 26, 27. What is he, 30, 31 or something like that? Like,
33, bro. Like,
say again.
33 years old.
33, yeah. What you doing? Just stick around. Pick up another Premier League next year. Pick up another FA Cup, League Cup. Chill.
Bro, because he's actually made 10 appearances this year. So
he's done well this year.
So he's actually qualified for a Premier League medal as well.
Definitely, and so he should. And one thing that we know, and I don't like, but Klopp does it. Klopp plays weak sides in cups. He will definitely play at least another 10 games next season.
Yeah.
FA Cup and League Cup, we're not going to get knocked in our first rounds. And Alisson is wild. Anything can happen. Alisson can get a red. He already had one this year. He could get injured. Anything can happen, man.
Yeah, exactly. So he signed a 2-year contract. So it's probably rumors, but like it's just one of those, isn't it? So obviously keepers. We're looking at Dejan Lovren. What are you thinking?
Oh, defo go, definitely. Definitely. I'm not anti him. Some Liverpool fans are really anti Lovren. I'm not anti him. I just think he's
time's up.
Shit in it. Yeah, his time's up. And I think even on his heyday, I always thought Mamadou Sakho was better than him.
Would you bring a centre back in, or like?
See, I always said Holver. Is that how you pronounce it? Hoover.
But I don't even know like that.
Yeah, Holver. I always thought Holver would be the one, and I still do. But Klopp doesn't always start him when they start some of the other kids.
Yeah. He
Have you
doesn't.
noticed that?
He started because he hasn't started. He's been starting that Vandenberg guy, and
Yeah,
he's been starting like when that Phillips came in, and obviously he plays at right back as well. So Necker Williams starts instead as well, isn't it?
yeah. So that worries me. That makes me. No, it doesn't worry me massively, but that makes me think if Klopp and the coach obviously see him a lot more than we do. Maybe they feel like he's not ready. If he's not ready to start against, I don't think he started against Everton. He didn't start the Shrewsbury game. If he's not ready to start against them, then maybe he's not ready to be fourth choice.
I don't think he's ready. I mean, he didn't even start the game against Shrewsbury away, and
He
obviously
didn't. That's
he,
what I mean.
he started at home because obviously the whole bunch of kids were
He
playing.
had to. Yeah.
The one away,
So if
like,
he's not ready to do that, then he's probably not ready to be fourth choice, which means
definitely not. We need someone in that centre back.
need someone definitely, especially when you consider Gomez and Matip's injury records.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
So
I don't even know who I'd go for, but yeah, definitely needs one.
got the flop, but yeah. Who we looking at? Obviously, got loans coming in as well, but midfielders. You know what? This one's quite interesting. Chirivella,
Yeah.
because he's actually been putting in some good performances recently. And
Yeah.
talk of Liverpool actually giving him a contract to just keep him around. I
I
mean,
saw them.
I'm not sure.
I
I think
don't think so. I think he's too old for that, man.
I think what Liverpool want to do is tie him up to a deal, and hopefully just gas him up so they can sell him to a club.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so I can see that happening. Midfielders, obviously, got Fabinho, Henderson, Keita, Lallana.
Lallana will go. Yeah.
Lallana will go. Milner's obviously here to stay until 2022.
Yeah, he'll stay.
Shaqiri,
Yeah. I don't want Shaqiri to go at all. I think Shaqiri is wrong. Very good player, man. Like, I think his injuries have fucked things up this season, but I love Shaqiri. I think Shaqiri is like some of the best depth we've had in a long time. You look at Shaqiri against Everton. It's his first game in how long, and he's pretty sick. I like Shaqiri. He's probably my favourite sub attacker at the moment. I prefer him over Minamino from what I've seen. Obviously, I'm not. It's hard to compare him, but from what I've seen, I prefer him over Origi as well. To be honest, as a footballer, I think he's just a good footballer. I'd like to keep him, but I think he'll go as well. I think he'll go. I think again, similar reasons. He can be a star man somewhere else. Like if he could go to Arsenal, he'd start every game for Arsenal.
mm,
That's a very good level. He's won a Champions League. He's won a Premier League. Your kid's already won that before at Bayern. Like he's won so much trophies for his age. Um, but he's not good enough for Liverpool. He's not good enough to be the best team in the top three team in the world for the next few years. But I'd like to keep him selfishly, but I don't think he'll stay. I don't think.
yeah, he's been injured for about 5 months as well. If you look at it,
Yeah, and it's weird injuries. Liverpool never say anything muscle injury, muscle. They never say an ACL. 6 months. They just say
yeah,
injury.
like this. He's been injured. He was injured from bloody September to December, and then now he's injured from January to. He's been injured from late December to mid February.
Weird, isn't it? Mm. Do you think we'll keep him?
I don't know. I think I always thought that he'd leave this summer.
Yeah.
Because I think we'll also sell. It depends on what business. This is what I think Origi will say, because I think that I think we'll sell Harry Wilson.
Yeah, I think that as well. We'll talk about him then in a minute.
Yeah, I think we'll sell Harry Wilson and Shaqiri. Um, sorry.
Gurrick.
Yeah, I think we should sell Group as well.
Yeah.
There's just not enough space for him, bro, and I don't think he's up to the level anyway.
Yeah.
Um, and that's a decent amount of P right there.
Yeah, definitely. You throw Lovren in there.
Yeah, that's about
These players will get you 10, 15, 20 mils.
yeah. And you think about I'm pretty sure what other loan players. I'm just not thinking about right now. What I mean, I'd chuck Bruce on loan again for another year.
Definitely.
Just let him,
Definitely, bro. Definitely.
like, if he's popping in the championship,
Yeah,
just
he scored again today.
yeah, he scored again today. Like if we're thinking, oh yeah, we know what, if we're gonna buy Vernon instead, like if we're thinking that, oh, he's not gonna be good enough for Liverpool, let him chill in the championship, and then if we can get a good bit of money from him as well, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is
I'd
why
like him to go to a Premier League club, though, I have to say.
I would as well at the end. But I'd rather him play in the championship every game than playing the Premier League as a bit part
Yeah,
player.
same. I just feel like,
You learn a lot in the championship as well.
yeah, defo. Carry on, and then I'll speak afterwards. Go on.
No, go on, bro. Like I was saying, I think we should. I'd like Shaqiri to stay, but if I shake it, what's putting me off now is he's not even staying fit.
Yeah, yeah,
It's,
yeah, yeah,
like, he's been injured for 5 months. I mean, you're just baking off on the bench, you know?
yeah,
Just
yeah,
chilling
yeah.
on the bench.
Wages.
Exactly. Like, and you know, I said, no, you're not even chilling on the bench.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And we'll get good money for him. We'll double our money easily. 30 mil we bought him for. We'll get 30
yeah, and then we're looking to get 25, and I think we'll easily get 25 for a player of his quality. You know,
easily. His age. He's entered his prime age now. 27, something like that.
28, that's a good age for a player like
See,
that.
that's best age. That's prime. That's peak.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. And you got a good bit of money there, a good bit of money, which I'm pretty sure there's other players as well that will
Hmm.
loan. I just can't think of them right now. But
Is Ryan Kent alone, or did we sold him? Didn't
so
we?
Ojo's on loan, isn't he?
Oh yeah, Ojo's been shit there.
Yeah, Ojo is shit. So just ship these lot off. But what business would he do then, like in the summer? Because obviously,
So
so Werner's obviously like he's popping, like his name's popping.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And apparently, Dominic King of Daily Mail said Sancho, like Liverpool are looking to try and get Sancho, but they're not sure if they want to spend 100 million on a player that they can't guarantee minutes.
Yeah, so
What would you
I think we'll sell players
like go? So tell me who you'd sell from that team, and
yeah.
tell me who you'd bring in.
So if you remember, I've always been a fan of Harry Wilson. I've been a fan of Harry Wilson for years. When he was from him coming up, when he was doing numbers that my clone was doing under 16s, I was massive fan of Wilson. And if you remember, about a year ago, less than that, me and you were going at it, and I was saying, nah, I remember his name, Harry Wilson. And what it is with Harry Wilson is, for me, is number one, yes, he hasn't added much more to his game, but I didn't expect us, I'll be honest, I didn't expect us to hit this level we've hit so quickly. We
Mhm.
are now the best team in the world. You know, we are top three teams in the world. And I'd look at Harry Wilson, I think the age he's at now, he's not gonna become a Mane or Salah. That's plain to see. Do you know what I mean? It's plain to see. And we're at a level now where we have no role for him. What good is he gonna do? He's a long shot merchant, he's a free kick. He's not added what I wanted. I wanted to see him add kind of like what Zaha has, a bit more skill to his game, cutting in,
Yeah.
crazy crosses.
Like, even if it's not like goal contributions, like I'd sacrifice like 3 goal contributions if you added more to your game in terms of taking players on or
Mm,
in the box or
mm.
creating more chances. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely, I definitely agree, man. I definitely agree. So,
Just not dangerous.
I'd put a buyback in. I'd put a buyback in just in case he adds that. If you look at like Mane at 22, 23 or whatever, like, you never know. Some players burn slower. So I'd
Yeah,
put a buyback in.
buybacks are good. I think we know we Liverpool have normally done that on a lot of players. I think as well.
And we've been lucky. I can't think of many players we've sold that have bit us back. You look at when Man United sold Pogba, like you look at Suso, Luis Alberto,
Yeah,
Jordan Ibe.
haven't popped.
Yeah, yeah, they've not come back to bite us. We haven't let go of a talent that's come back and we're like, fucking hell, we should have kept him. He's sick. Like, we've been lucky. Everyone seems to be unlucky. We've been quite lucky. We've not got rid of anyone that's become a world class player. But yeah. So anyway, back to your question. I don't think we'll get Sancho. I think the number Sancho's putting out right now, he's going to cost more than 100 mil, bro. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll cost more. I think
I think Dortmund are
English.
saying. I think Dortmund are saying like the rumor was like 130, but they can see that they sort of want their money now, and I think everyone is saying 100 billion is that sort of price. I think 100 million.
100 million minimum now.
I
He
think it's
what if
fair.
he scores a double against PSG
I
on
mean,
Tuesday, Wednesday,
yeah.
knocks them out.
What
Then
if
he
you?
just
What if
he goes
Dortmund?
to the Euros,
What
bangs
if,
off.
yeah. What if Dortmund leave until after the Euros?
Mm. Which they should do. They will do. I think so. Of course, he will do.
Because Pogba, because United are leaving Pogba, Raiola, let's just say
Mm.
Raiola is leaving Pogba out until after the Euros because
Makes sense.
you know what I mean? Because it's not just for United, but he'll get a lot more money as well in the deal. Do you know what I mean? So
It
that's
makes sense. So I don't think we'll get Sancho. I just think I'd love to get Sancho. I just think,
they will get Werner in it.
yeah, I think Werner is like
But the thing
probably
is,
half done.
but the thing is, like, if we get Werner, he's a striker, right?
Mm.
And this is why I'm saying if we're gonna ship off Shaqiri and Wilson, that means Origi's staying, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and I think Origi will stay just for that case. But if we're gonna ship off Shaqiri and Wilson, Werner's more of a striker, and he can play on the left sometimes, or can he?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we haven't got backup for. Salah.
We
If
need we need a backup of Salah. We need to.
well, on Mane can play on the right, but Mane's
On
going
it was sick on the right in his first season.
yeah, exactly. But Mane's obviously going to be playing on the left, so he's not a backup, is he? He's someone that's going to be playing week in week out on the left wing. Um,
Yeah,
so
it's
this is
true.
what,
Yeah,
or maybe Klopp's thinking like, we play the front three. Sometimes I can switch formation and stick Mane in the right and rest Salah and play
play
Burn.
Salah up top, even in the middle.
Yeah, so
Firmino,
this,
rest him, play him as a 10. Yeah, there's so much you can do.
yeah, there's like even Chamberlain can stick out on the right, maybe
Yeah.
on a 4 like on an odd game. So
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean. So it's just, there's options there. I don't think we need to worry about that too much. I think Klopp's got it covered. But would you go if someone said to you Werner for 60 or 50, 60, 50 or 60, or Sancho for 100?
Sancho.
Yeah,
I think I'd rather Sancho. I think
it's more to his game.
maybe I'm being biased because he's English. Say again.
There's more to his game assist
Yeah, I
wise.
think there's more to his game. He's a few years younger, and I think him being English as well. I think that's me probably being biased, but I would like, I look at Trent at the moment. I look at Joe Gomez. I'd love us to be an integral part to England for the next 10 years as well. I'd like that. So I would rather Sancho. I would rather Sancho. But yeah, it's tough in it. It's tough, man.
I've always thought like if someone's offering me Werner or Sancho, like forget the money for a minute. If someone's just offering me, I wouldn't mind both as well. But if someone's actually offering me Werner Sancho, forget money and said Werner's popping it this season. I mean, he's got about 20 league goals,
Yeah, I think it's like 21, 22. Yeah.
something like that. And he's been incredible. Like if you stick him on a one-on-one, he's gonna finish that. But
Mm,
Sancho's just scored again tonight. Sancho's hitting incredible numbers. Assists.
yeah.
I think he's got about 13 goals and 13 assists in the
I
Bundesliga
think
alone.
it's more. But yeah. In all competitions, it's more. So
More,
6,
but
15,
if you don't
16.
about exactly so, and as I said, Sancho can play in the right. He can also play in the left. I mean,
Yeah. Sancho's generational. He
yeah.
is at the moment. He's generational. And can you imagine we have two generational talents in Trent and him? It's crazy.
Compare him. This is what I'm saying. Compare him to Sterling at age 19.
Oh, it's crazy.
The technique, the finishing, everything.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Compare him now to Sterling.
Yeah.
Again,
His numbers are like Cristiano Ronaldo's at that level, that age. Like he's that
it's about
sick.
13 assists and 13 goals in the Bundesliga right
Mm.
now, February.
At a high level. He does it in Europe. Right, he's killing it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's crazy, right? He's 19. He's still not even hit 20, I think, is he?
Yeah.
So it's crazy, really. So I don't know, man. But
To throw a spanner in the works, Coutinho. As you know, Coutinho is the one that I like. Coutinho is the one that I would, for a cheap price, I'm hearing now 70 mil. I would take Coutinho back. I would. And I know I shouldn't. It might be a bit of nostalgia because of his age.
mhm.
I don't take nothing personal. I don't see. I think some Liverpool fans are divided. I've got a good friend of mine who believes that the club is like your wife, and you leave your wife. Your wife cheats on you, she leaves you. You wouldn't take her back. I see it as more as a job. You leave your job. Coutinho stuck with us when we were shit. Lots of painful final losses, and he was probably our best player 2, 3 years in a row. I remember in the year before his last season, it got embarrassing. He'd go to the awards and he'd win everything. Liverpool's best goal, Liverpool's best performance, Liverpool's player of the season. He'd just clean up, and we were shit then in it. And he stuck with us. I get it. I get why he went to Barca. He couldn't afford to risk a few more years, and Liverpool could have flopped. And he'd seen the best players leave. He'd seen Sterling leave. He'd seen Suarez leave. He'd obviously seen Gerrard go. And his dream came for him. And I know from what I've read, Barcelona were bullies. They say to you, "Oh, well, we won't come in for you next summer. Like that's it. We're going for De Bruyne." And
Also do though. They act like there's some. They act like they're still that incredible club they were 10 years ago.
yeah, that's it. And that's what they did to him, I believe. And the Ronaldo, you'll be our Ronaldinho, and he was our Ronaldinho. So if we could get him back for 70 mil, for me, it's minimum risk. And when I say minimum risk, saying this to my brother the other day as an Arsenal fan, when you look at recent years, you look at, if I'm being harsh, Naby Keita, but lots of Liverpool fans thought Naby Keita would come in and he would take us in midfield to another level. He would be the midfielder that we've missed, and he hasn't. You look at Ndombele, you look at Nicolas Pepe. So many players come from different leagues. They don't hit the ground running. You wouldn't have any worries about Coutinho. You know he can press. You know he can track back. He is Klopp's play. He plays Klopp's system. He can play where Mane can play. He can play as a 10. He will be back on our free kicks.
But this is what I'll say. Like, do you think what I think we both know that's not going to happen again anyway. Like, if we're being like realistic, like obviously this is just a spark of debate, but I think we both know that he's not going to be coming back. Do you agree?
90%, yeah. I think
Yeah.
if you get it to 70 mil, 65 mil,
But even so, though, like I'd rather
and he
spend.
takes a lower wage, could Klopp's head be turned?
I don't think it would because I think they spoke about it. Apparently, they spoke about it last summer about bringing him back on loan, but they were off it because Barcelona said 250. You have to pay his full wages. But I know that Liverpool was sort of looking at this maybe and thinking, you know what, even if you know what, if there's one deal that we can do, might as well bring Coutinho back on the loan. And apparently Klopp and Edwards sat down. Apparently, but I think this is from the Athletic, which is quite good. I think James Pearson that we're working.
Yeah.
I don't know if you. I don't think you wrote that, but apparently they sat down and said, you know, Coutinho 1 year loan. What are you saying? Barca said 250 a week, pay the full wages and 8.5 million loan fee. And Klopp and them man said, nah, that's not even worth it. So, and I think what Klopp is looking at now is thinking, if I had 60 million or we're going to get Werner for 50 or 60 if we get him. He's 22. Well, how old is he? 23, something like that.
Yeah.
And that's someone that's for the future, and that's what we're building for right now. We're building.
I see. I definitely hear that. I'm not saying Coutinho or Werner. I'm saying if you can get both of them for like.
But I don't think we need. But I don't think we need Coutinho because I don't. If we're going to get Werner, I don't think we need that sort of player again. Because if you look at the options that we have in midfield, because you think about it, you think, look, in midfield right now we got Fabinho, Henderson, even Keita, Lallana.
How long are we giving Naby? This is my point. We say, the only reason we are even flirting with the idea of Coutinho.
Curtis Jones, who plays that sort of position.
Say again.
I said, what? Curtis Jones is looking good. That plays that sort of position.
See, this is the thing. The only reason we are thinking or flirting with Coutinho is because we haven't replaced him. Now I know we've gone up a level. Of course we have. We've gone up 3-4 levels, but I still think we don't have a Coutinho. When we get a free kick, I think we've scored 2 free kicks this season, and one wasn't even a free kick because it was rolled to Trent against Chelsea. It's not technically a direct free kick. We haven't fully replaced Coutinho, and I think that's why we sometimes think, I'd love like someone in our midfield to drop a shoulder, flip flop, do a Maradona, and do a bad boy pass. That just sometimes think, and we only think that because of that, because we haven't replaced it. I'm being more of a realist when it comes to Naby Keita. How long, if Naby Keita was at another club, would we be calling him a flop? Would we be saying, there's no point being Zinedine Zidane if you only have 10 Zinedine Zidane performances a season? There's no point. I don't get it. I don't see the point. That's the only thing. Do we give Naby one more season? Say we give him one more season. It is the exact same thing as he's done this season. 10 great performances, 30, 40, other not playing, injures, out for 2 weeks here, out for 3 weeks here. Obviously, the African nations is coming back again in January. Naby's gone again.
Yeah.
I just think, it's minimum risk, but his age is a letdown. But just the last thing I want to say with his age is I fully agree with building for the future, but I also think one thing Ferguson got right is he sustained success. He brought in Robin van Persie at 30 years old. That wasn't a smart move for the long term. He brought in RVP, and that just maintained United for them 2 years. They won a league title, and that's what I'm saying. I know Coutinho doesn't make sense financially, and I know he doesn't make sense age-wise, but if that could just solidify us another Champions League, another Premier League, then you've made the 70 mil back. Then it's done.
But that's why I think. But I just think Liverpool would never do that sort of signing again because that's not the sort of club that Liverpool is buying. You know what I mean? It's like,
will we become that type of club? Are we going to spend more? We're earning more. We've never been a club that's been this successful. We've got Nike.
But the thing is,
we are changing as a club. We're no longer the Liverpool of 10 years ago where, I think it is changing a bit.
As I said, we bought Minamino for 7.5 million. You think how good he's going to be? He's 25 himself.
Yeah.
Creative player linking up. And I think that ship has sailed. I think if we were going to sign him, it would have been last summer on the loan. And Barca just try to just shake us basically,
Yeah.
and then sign all that and then say 250 a week and that. And you know what I mean, as I would that ship has sailed, man. Like I'm telling you, because
Hmm.
Coutinho, he should have seen what sort of process, what sort of rebuild that Klopp was doing.
Hmm.
Work with Klopp week day in day out. What are you going to improve by going to Ernesto Valverde at Barcelona?
Yeah. I get you. I do get you. I just think
Sport Virgil van Dijk. Do you know what I mean? If you
I just think no one. I don't even think we predicted this success.
no,
I
but we could
like.
see that we were going up a level though, because
Yeah,
like
definitely.
because as soon as Virgil came, we were like, you know what, this is gonna stop us. Obviously, we didn't expect him to be this good.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. We didn't expect anyone. We didn't expect Salah to be this good.
Yeah, and,
You know,
I think he should have been.
Robertson. We didn't expect Robertson to be this good. Trent to be this good. Like,
He should have given it until the end of the season, and then
yeah.
just seen that we would have got the Champions League final, etc. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And science. But as I said, I think he was just boss is just playing in his ear, man, like constantly saying, you know,
Definitely. Yeah.
it's just it's as I say I think I know, but I think with Kate is like when Kate when we started Kate that summer, like he was obviously coming the next summer, but I was so excited because
Same.
I was like I was watching this guy on YouTube. I was thinking this guy's like a Messi in midfield.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Like when
And I think that's partly why he is. That's why I say he was protected. The
yeah,
whole. Remember when Gerrard linked him for that photo, passed him the
yeah,
eight shirt.
yeah.
I haven't been this excited for a player since Torres. Like, it was like, whoa, he was almost a marquee signing. Barca wanted him, Bayern wanted him,
Yeah, because
and
I
he
just I
probably
sit
doesn't make our strongest 11
yeah,
after 2 years.
and I just sit there. I think you know what this guy was just like. You look at it, you think, oh, um, what's I about to say? Kea was about to say like his injuries. Oh, sorry, that's
Mm.
when I see him on the pitch. Like before that, remember when he won the Club World Cup and he played against Leicester, where he was phenomenal.
Oh, he was on fire, man.
Exactly, and then he was about to start against Sheffield United at home, and he got injured in the warm
Injured
up,
in the train warm up, didn't he? Yeah.
like kicking a ball, like bloody hell. And then that set him back 1 month, and you think, oh yeah, he's back now. But do you know what I mean? These little sort of periods, a month. Do you know what I mean?
The adult.
Exactly, they all add up. Him being out 2 months and at the start of the season, that's 3 months again of the season. Do you know what I mean? A
Mm.
little injury period here and there. Do you know what I mean? They all add up these games. You look at it, he's made 7 league appearances this season out of 25.
Mm-hmm.
7 league appearances,
Definitely.
and
Definitely.
how many of those have actually been starts? Let me check. They've been 2 league starts in this season. Two
Naby.
two Premier League starts. Leicester away and Bournemouth away.
This is what I mean, man. That's my point.
So, like as I said, I've never got a problem when I see this guy on a football pitch, right? Because I know this guy is like brilliant. Like he always plays well. He always plays well. Even when he came on against Southampton, that ball he played through, I don't know who it was in the late stages of the match, was just fantastic. He's so good.
Mm-hmm.
But like it just feels like Daniel Sturridge all over again, doesn't it? Like Daniel
Definitely,
Sturridge.
definitely, and it's such a shame. It's I was saying this to my patient the other day. I think being like fit is one of the most underrated attributes in football. You,
Hmm.
if you was to make Messi injury prone, he wouldn't be Messi. It doesn't. You have to play. Your body has to physically allow you to play 40, 50 games a season to be a great footballer. You know, you look at Salah, he's had one shoulder injury, which is horrific to Ramos in
And
three
that
seasons.
was it. And that was like
That's it.
someone did it to you. It wasn't like
Yeah.
you kicking a ball. Like
Muscle
because
injury. Yeah,
I have a
definitely.
problem with when people
Look at
put
Van Dijk. I can't remember him being injured.
when people pull up Chamberlain's injuries,
Yeah.
a lot of groin injuries and stuff at Arsenal. But I was like, all right, cool. Let's just see what he does with medical stuff. And you think about it, the only injury Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's had as Liverpool are the big one, which was a tackle,
Serious
and,
Roma.
and the
Yeah.
one in the Club World Cup, which was a couple of weeks when he went. Obviously, that's it. But those are injuries that people, of course, to you. It's not like muscle. I've got a problem with muscle injuries when this guy's groin injury, a kick in the ball.
Yeah.
Those are the real problems because they also have an effect on your body.
Yeah.
And anyone that plays football, obviously you sort of feel that, and it all builds up like knee injuries and all this sort of stuff. You know what I mean? Muscle injuries. They all the longer you're out for. That's what I'm saying. That was what that was. the end for Daniel Sturridge, all these hamstring injuries, and Adam Lallana, the end of these players. Like Lallana was incredible that year, but all these injuries, they finish you because they finish you obviously mentally and
Pace.
pace wise as well. Exactly, because Sturridge's game was based so
Oh,
much
Sturridge
on
was amazing when he came.
his game was based so much around a step over, bap and shoot. Lallana pressing like an animal. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? And that
Yeah,
finished
yeah.
these little players. So and this is why I just it's worrying. It is quite worrying. But we just get and I think because we're doing so well, it's all gets brushed under the carpet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you know what, give him time that but it's because that we have so many options in midfield that we sort of just look down on it a bit. Do you know what I mean? When
Yeah,
it's the real
yeah.
problem. So
We've been lucky that his injuries haven't affected us.
yeah,
Because
that's what it is, really, isn't it?
that's it. That's it. There'd be a lot more smoke if his injuries affected us more, but they don't. So we've been
That's
okay.
this is a problem. This is a problem. I mean, I'm not sure. We're just gonna have to wait and see what happens over the next sort of 3 or 4. Because if he picks up another injury and he's out for another month and a half, you know what I mean? It gets to a point where it gets a bit too much. But the problem that we have is as well, like it's like what if he say if we shipped him off, which I don't think will happen at all anyway. But just say if we shipped him on and he suddenly stays fit, and because we know if he stays fit, he'll rip up at
To
any.
be a baller. Yeah, yeah.
So this is the thing. But anything we're gonna move on to Atletico Madrid. Anything
Yeah.
you wanna add on
Nah, I'm ready for him. Let's go. Let's go.
Atletico? So what are you thinking? Then Atletico's obviously fun Norwich. We're gonna beat Norwich. So
Yeah,
this is a big one. Atletico Madrid away. I mean, they've got a lot of injuries as well. I'm hearing. Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, they've been shocking this season as well.
Oh yeah.
So what are you thinking? Are you confident?
Yeah, I'm confident, man. I think over the past 4 or 5 years, it's the one team that I haven't wanted. Just because they've a glorified, Sheffield United or whatever. And I do think that system has been our bogey. When a team's gone 4-3-3, we'll beat them up. Look at what we do to City. But I think when a team sits back, five at the back, give us all the possession, give us all the ball, we can struggle. But like you said, this season, this is probably the weakest Atletico of the past 10 years. This is a very weak. They've not replaced Godin. They've not replaced Griezmann. Their signings have struggled. Look at Thomas Lemar, bro. He was linked to Arsenal, Liverpool, 70, 80 mil. He's
He
gone
ruins,
there. I
he
don't think he's got
ruins
three
attackers.
goals.
Doesn't
Say that again.
he ruins attackers, Simeone.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. He does. You look at Joao Felix, I think he's got 2 goals, 2 assists. Morata's got their most goals at 9 goals. Like I was looking the other day, if you was to put their 3 top goal scorers together, it's less than Salah this season. It's crazy. Morata's on
Costa,
9. They've
Costa's
got
washed up.
Costa's on 2, fam. Costa's got 2 goals. Like,
Costa's
so
washed up, isn't he?
say again.
I said Costa's just washed up now, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's done now. He's just going to be sitting there ranting. So yeah, yeah. I don't want to overly underestimate them, but part of me thinks, fam, we could probably put this game to bed in the first leg. We could put this game, even though it's away, we could probably put this away. I
Yeah,
just
I think you can put the
three
game.
nil or something. We could do it.
Yeah, I think even if we could just go there and win, even if it's like a 1-0 or something,
Yeah, yeah. One away goal.
1-0, like even if we come out there and we win 1-0, I mean that's the game put to bed already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because as soon as we score, I was saying this to my friend the other day, as soon as we score a goal, especially in the first leg, they will have to change everything. They cannot sit there with
Hmm.
5 at the back
Yeah.
and just think, oh, we'll get them on the counter attack when we come in. If we get 1 goal, we could carve them open. Like when we played Porto a few years ago, we beat them 5-0 away from home. 1 goal could change everything. And I just think we should put this game to bed in it. Like I'm hoping Mane's fixed. Obviously he is a big miss in it as a footballer. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping Mane's back. I think we'll smack them up, man. I was worried at first, but when I deeped how bad they are now, I think they've got like 9 draws, 4 losses. Like they're just not the same Atletico. Diego Simone's time's finished at Atletico. He needs to move on. The cycle's done.
Yeah, it is done. It's like it feels a bit like that Pochettino sort of,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, that sort of way. But yeah, I mean, I just don't. I can't. I'm not really bothered. I'm like you. I used to think, you know what? I don't want Madrid, like Atletico Madrid, because they're just this sort of bogey team when they're not buying.
Mm-hmm.
They've not bossed out many occasions and all these
Yeah, yeah.
games out. So it's like, yeah, I didn't want them, but you know what? Now they're in a different situation. I mean, they drew again today, 2-2 away at Valencia. and in
Oh,
that,
again, I didn't know that. Yeah.
yeah, and they played bloody Correa up front and Vitolo. Vitolo's obviously a winger, so they got no recognised strikers really. And Correa really plays on the right, and they got Costa out. He's been out for a couple months. Hector Herrera, João Felix, and Trippier. And Morata was out, but Morata's come back. Obviously, this little winter
Who
break is.
else is back? Is Felix gonna be back?
I'm not too sure. He wasn't even on the bench today, so I can't see that happening. Morata was injured, but he was on the bench today, and he came on for about 20, 25 minutes. So he'll probably be starting. But to be honest with you, I don't think Felix will be back. I don't think Costa's back. I don't know. I don't think Trippier is back.
Yeah, Trippier apparently misses it definitely.
So Jimenez was actually injured, but Jimenez was on the bench today. But even so, will he even be proper like match fit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely not. It
Exactly.
shouldn't be for the level of Liverpool as well.
Exactly. So I'm not worried about Atletico Madrid. Honestly, like I just think we're gonna stroll through to the route to the to the quarterfinals. Personally,
Is there anyone you don't want in the next round?
bro. To be honest with you, I just don't care anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like I actually
There's
just
no one that worries you a little bit, or
obviously there's great teams in Europe, but there's just not up to the level that we are. And the thing is, it's not even a one-off game. It's like over two legs, and we've never lost a European. Obviously, 15, 16, we went to the final club. 16, 17, obviously we were in
crazy
European
football. Yeah.
competition. 17, 18, Champions League final. 18, 19, Champions League final. We won it. So we've never not been in the final on the club in the European competition.
Crazy, isn't it, man?
Yeah. This is why he just navigates his way through European ties so easily. It's
Mm-hmm.
like we were always good. As like even with remember Benitez back in the day, we always used to be good even with Benitez and Champions League.
Always, isn't it? Yeah.
So that's that. I mean, there's teams out there like there's good teams out there with quality players, but there's not teams where I'm like, you know what, that they worry me, man. Like it's crazy how we can go into Champions League expecting to sort of win the Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
We're saying Champions.
Definitely.
Let's go through the how long are you up for? How long
Yeah,
you?
yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go through the ties for the Champions League. Um, who we think was going to win? Because I'm actually looking forward to the Champions League.
Dortmund PSG is a game and a half.
Dortmund, PSG,
Same,
PSG. Oh,
same time as us, man. I wish that was the next day.
so what have we got? So we've got Dortmund. Oh, yeah, it's the same time. So we can
Same
watch
time.
we can watch Tottenham Valencia on the next
Yeah,
day.
that's the next day.
No,
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 it's Tottenham Leipzig.
sorry, yes, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Um, so Dortmund, PSG, bottlers of the last 16. Dortmund, bottlers as well. Pretty much, they don't really go far as well. So what do you think? Like, what do you think?
I think, and when I said to you, who's the one team you don't want?
I think PSG will win. But
Yeah, PSG is the one team I don't want, and I think back to when we played PSG at home, we were amazing. But I was thinking about this the other day, and I was watching some highlights. I think the one team that outplayed Klopp in one 90-minute game I can think of is PSG away. I think PSG away we were really bad.
ref fucked us up a bit though. Like,
Yeah, he did. But I just think they were just sick. They were sick, and I just think I know they bottle, but every dog has their day, and the teams eventually stop bottling, and that's how they eventually win something. I just look at PSG this season. I know every year in the group stages they do sick, and then they lose in like round 16 or quarters.
mm-hmm.
But if they can keep Neymar, Mbappe fit, Icardi's coming in, still got Cavani. I think there could be a force. I reckon if they can get past
They
this
got a
whole
good team, man.
you're very good, and it's similar to us. Obviously, they're not as defensively as good as us, but like attacking wise, they could go for anything. And yeah, that's the one team I probably don't want. I think they'll beat Dortmund. I think Dortmund, if they can keep
Yeah,
them, Dortmund are unlucky, man. They're just unlucky to come to get PSG. So like to get Mbappe, Neymar, Icardi running at you, it's just unlucky. I think it'll be high scoring, but
yeah, because Dortmund can't defend. I mean, the defense like thingy, what's his name, Hummels and that. They're
yeah,
just
man.
slow and just
Neymar must be licking his lips, thinking, "Yeah, Hummels is cool. This isn't Hummels of 5 years ago. This is a washed Hummels."
Holland, Marco Royce.
Yeah, good team, good attacking team. I think they were lucky. PSG.
Because that Champions League is always like they're not thingy anymore. They're not like cup tied anymore. That's the new
Yeah,
rule. Obviously, Haaland can play now. It's not like it was
yeah,
to
yeah, 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 yeah.
Barcelona actually changed that rule, didn't they? After Coutinho was cup tied,
Yeah, it's true.
they
Yeah,
would appeal for everyone of
I'm
them.
happy. I'm happy to go to that role, to be honest.
Yeah, and so yeah, Haaland's going to be playing, and that it's actually benefited us because Minamina's going to be.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though I don't really think he'll feature too much, but if there's one competition that he'll probably be sort of good in, it'll probably be the Champions League because obviously it's a European competition. It's like it's different to league. It's sort of like how he was playing in Leipzig, bit of free
Yeah.
flowing football. But as I said, I don't think he'll really feature
I'd
too much.
like him to get more minutes, but I don't know. It's up to club.
I think that's more up to the league and the FA Cup for now.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Dortmund PSG.
Definitely. I agree.
Dortmund PSG. I'm gonna go PSG.
I'm gonna go PSG. Yeah.
All right. Real Madrid, Man City.
Ooh. You know what?
I'm 50-50 here, but
I'm
I
gonna
think
have to say Man City after
yeah.
what's happened tonight. It's the biggest game of their history. That's as black and white as it is now. They've lost the league. Um,
Hazard's back though.
yeah, but Hazard's not even been that impressive. Like, Sane's back. I'm more wary of Sane than Hazard at the moment. I just think
You know how Hazard. Yeah, no, he hasn't been impressive, but Hazard.
English
In sort
teams
of
as
his,
well. Like,
in big games, and he's won
yeah,
sort of things. He's
still
gonna
want to play English people play English
English
opposition.
clubs. Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go City though. I just think after today's news as well, Pep will they will be on ropes all week, and Real Madrid, as good as they've been, they got slapped up 3-0 by PSG in the Champions League, didn't they? So they can get beaten as well. Their defense isn't that good, although it's been better this season. And I just think because of what's happened today, this becomes the biggest game. This becomes one of their biggest games ever. They will have to win the Champions League just to make the 2 years not hurt that much. And Pep will feel like I think Pep goes now in it, so I think Pep will be like, let me go out with a bang. Let me make my time here a success. So I'm going Man City,
Cool.
even though they're battlers in the Champions
All right,
League.
I'll go Madrid just.
Cool.
But as I said, I can see City winning anyway.
It's a
But
toss of a coin, isn't it? Really,
yeah,
sick game.
when I saw it, I said 50-50. Literally
Yeah.
50-50. I don't know. I just think Madrid. They've actually been playing really well recently.
Mm-hmm.
I know they got smacked up by Real Sociedad at home, didn't they? So, but apart from that, they've won the Super Cup. I think that's like is that the League Cup there? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, there's something like that. 'Cause they play it abroad, don't they? Yeah.
And then they've been winning quite a few games. They
Top
won
thing.
the
Yeah.
league. So it was only that game against Sociedad in the Copa del Rey. I think that's the FA Cup for them.
Mm-hmm.
That was sort of a shock. But
Yeah, I saw that. I was watching that. Yeah.
apart from that, they've only lost one game in the league this season as well.
Oh, is it just the one in La Liga they've
Just
lost?
the one. It was against Mallorca away. So
That's
they,
good. I didn't know it was that good. Yeah, that's good.
the thing is, just they've been drawing a few too many. That's the thing.
Is it
But
like 7 draws, something like that?
something like that. Quite a few draws. They've lost one game. It's Mallorca away. It's called Mallorca. I don't know how Mallorca's playing in the league, but it's mad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just think how Zidane is the way he just like he's been sort of getting into grips with City team, with his sort of Madrid team, and getting them how he used to play. And I think if as I know Hazard hasn't been fit, but if he gets a few minutes in the next game, how Hazard performs in these sort of big games. And I've got a feeling like maybe if Bale can step up again on a big night, you just never know.
Yeah,
So
you're right. It's gonna be a sick game, man.
it's gonna be really, and I'm happy it's not on the same day as our one. I'm looking forward.
Same. Trust.
I'm very looking forward to seeing that. Next game, I don't know. Atlanta, Valencia. I'm not bothered here, but
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. I'm not
Valencia, probably.
probably. I'm literally got no clue. Obviously Liverpool. We're both going for Liverpool.
Yep, definitely.
You know what? This one's interesting. Chelsea, Bayern Munich.
I'm gonna go Bayern. But
Yeah,
they've not even been that good. But I'm gonna go Bayern. I just think Bayern will. Yeah, I just think Chelsea got too many kids, man. Mason Mount and Tammy Abraham and Tomori, and it's gonna be big, man. It's gonna be a difficult game for them going away as well to that ground.
I'm gonna go Bayern Munich as well. As I said,
So,
I don't think Bayern have been like mad impressive.
nah, they haven't.
I just think that Bayern has just still got that quality in that team, and I think Chelsea's holding. I mean, Chelsea. If you look at their next three games, bro, I don't know if you've seen them.
Difficult. As someone told me on Twitter. What is them again?
I mean, the next three games, all at home. Man United at home, on the Monday,
Mm-hmm.
and then 5 days later on the Saturday, it's 12:30 kickoff. Tottenham at home,
Yeah.
got Spurs at home, United at home, Spurs at home, and then on the midweek they got Bayern Munich at home,
Flipping hell, man.
and then and listen to this, and they got Bournemouth away, then Liverpool home in the FA Cup, then Everton at home, which is a tough game, then Villa away, then Bayern away, then City at home. Mad,
I reckon they drop out of top four. I don't reckon they'll get it.
mad. Well, it depends though, because if you think about it, 2 games against United at home and if you think about it, United home and Spurs at home, they are still both winnable games.
Yeah, they are. You're right.
They're not away, you know what I mean? So it all depends really, but and it depends. Like, it's not confirmed yet, but I know Jim White was saying in Sky Sports that fifth place, fifth
Oh, yeah,
Champions League. You know?
that would be mad. That would be sick. That'd be so fun as a neutral.
Yeah, Chelsea could go through, but I don't think so. I think Bayern will pop them at the Allianz. Um, Leon, Juventus.
Juventus.
Yeah, I think if Leon had Depay, they might have been able to cause.
Yeah, definitely.
Not really on it this year. I expect
They
them.
lost Fekir as well in Interville Betis, and
Yeah, true.
they lost. Did they lose Ndombele? Yeah, they lost Ndombele as
Yeah,
well. Yeah, they had a big summer of losses, man.
yeah, I think Juventus go through. This is a good one. Tottenham, RB Leipzig.
Oof.
For me, this is another 50-50 toss of the coin.
50-50, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Yeah. I feel like saying Tottenham, maybe Mourinho, but no Kane. It's difficult. But then Tottenham have had a good. I thought Tottenham had a no Ericsson. I don't know. Tottenham had a decent January. What do you think? The toss of a coin. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw this, I was thinking Leipzig, but Tottenham have they've I think they're unbeaten in the last 6 games, and they won one against City, through to FA Cup, and I'm not sure, but even their opponents, apart from City, they've been Southampton, Tottenham, Norwich, Middlesbrough, and Watford.
Yeah.
So, and Watford should have beaten them with a penalty that Deeney missed. So they haven't been convincing at all, bro. Apart from even that City game, they should have lost that game. They should. I mean, I think it's
have in it. Yeah.
I think it's papering over the cracks. If I'm honest with you.
Same.
But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna go. I think it's over two. I'm gonna go RB Leipzig.
Okay, sick, interesting, man. Proper.
What about you?
To make it interesting, I go Tottenham.
Oh,
Mourinho masterclass, 1-0 over 2 legs or something.
yeah. Um, this one's as well. Napoli, Barcelona.
Oh, Napoli's our bogey team.
Fucking shit, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Barcelona.
Not even. It's not even Ancelotti. There, it's bloody Gattuso.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna say Messi in it. Messi FC.
Yeah, Messi will just pop them in by himself.
On his own. Yeah.
Yeah, and imagine that. Then that leaves it. So if we're going for that, then
Oh my God, imagine that.
that leaves it to. Yeah, well, Messi. Imagine him leaving. But
Well, it looks like he won't be going City now.
yeah, he definitely won't be in City.
Imagine it could be Liverpool. No, I don't know.
Bro,
Yeah,
I don't think he'll come Liverpool because I think he's still haunted by Milner and Robertson, Origi, and I mean, if you can't beat them, join them. That's what they say. So. And if that happens, I mean, PSG. You're looking at PSG, Valencia, Madrid, Liverpool, Bayern, Juventus, Leipzig, Barcelona. You know what I mean? So good teams in there.
Oh my God, mad.
I mean, this can be these games are gonna be tasty. I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to Dortmund PSG. I'm not really. I think it's okay, but I'm not really like proper set on it. Obviously, Liverpool game. But if apart from that, I'm looking at Tottenham, Leipzig, Chelsea, Bayern, and Madrid City for me. Those are interesting.
Yeah, same. And you've already said there's no team that you don't want. Who do you want?
Oh, who do I want? I wouldn't mind Atlanta, Valencia next game.
Okay, I want Madrid.
You want Madrid next game?
Yeah, I want Madrid. I want revenge.
All right.
I want revenge, man. I want revenge for that final.
I'd rather have Madrid in a two-legged game rather than the final.
Oh no, that's what I meant. Yeah, next game.
Yeah, no. That's what.
Yeah.
If because in a final, I'm always a firm believer of anything can happen in a final. You know what I mean? It's a one-off game. It's like anything, especially in Champions League final. Like it's like any decision, any injuries. Obviously, that we saw in the final because we actually played quite well in that one for the first half an hour until Salah got injured.
Yeah, Madrid have been shit this season, like goal-wise. I'm just looking at their goals. After Ramos, Real Madrid.
Yeah. They haven't. I think Benzema's keeping them alive.
He's doing good. After that, they've got Benzema's got 17 goals, and after that, They've got Sergio Ramos on 6. Obviously, he takes pens.
He takes pens. That's something. Yeah.
Yeah. Then they've got Rodrigo on 6, and then they've got like Casemiro 4,
Yeah.
Cruz 3, Gareth Bale 2, Jovic 2,
They don't.
Hazard 1, Vincent Junior 2. Shit. Like
Yeah.
put into comparison, Ox will be their second highest goal scorer.
That's what I'm saying. It's mad.
Mad. It's
A
mad.
re-
We should
re-
smack these lows, man.
Yeah. Who? Madrid.
Yeah, man. Real Madrid.
Yeah. Beat their neighbors and then beat them. Hopefully,
Definitely.
we'll see. I actually wanted them in their last 16. To be honest, with you.
Yeah, man. I dream of getting. I dream of Madrid, but we'll see what happens.
I think that will beat them up. Honestly.
Yeah, and I'd be devastated if they beat us. I'd hate that. So yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So, anything else you want to talk on?
Nah, that's probably everything, bro.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Listen. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Listen. If you made this far, you're a legend. If you haven't, listen, that's completely fine. But yeah, we're gonna be back whenever Aaron maybe does something, or something. But yeah, hopefully we'll stay tuned for that. Jams, obviously,
Thank you for having me, bro. As always.
there's no problem. A good little chat, and hopefully I'll send this to Aaron. You can upload this whenever you want. I'll make him aware.
We'll probably talk before Atletico after.
Yeah, definitely. So therefore, where you watching that game? Watching it and then.
Home. Yeah, we're watching that at home. A couple of people around. What about you?
Yeah, I was watching at home, but I'm probably gonna go watch in a pub, somewhere with mates.
Sound good, innit? Get waved.
Nice, yeah, nice little Champions League atmosphere. So
Nice.
hope for that, and yeah, as I said, see you lot later, and hopefully speak to you after or before the Let's Go
Yeah,
game.
man. Safe, bro. Cool.
Say